Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of Beautifully Nerding. So as you know, it is Sunday, and on Sunday we like to talk about Black movies. So while I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts trying to figure out what movie I wanted to watch, it's a part of a podcast network that I love, and part of the reason why I even wanted to start my channel, so they do like old and current movies, and so I love that podcast so much. But within the network they have a couple of different podcasts as well. So I can't remember if it was Black on Black Cinema, where they do like the Black movie podcast, or if it was the Nerdpocalypse, where they talk about like nerd culture and nerdy things, and they do like trailers and all that good stuff. So I feel like it was probably Nerdpocalypse, but I honestly don't remember. But the point, they were talking about the new Tyler Perry film starring Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes, Mea Culpa. Now, I didn't even know Tyler Perry had a new movie coming out, but I guess it is about that time. So Mea Culpa is coming to Netflix on February the 23rd, and I have not the slightest idea of what this movie is even about. I didn't even know what a mea culpa meant, so I literally had to look it up for this video. And a mea culpa means like through my fault, and it's essentially saying I apologize or it was my fault. So this is all news to me. Like I was like, okay, like this should be interesting. Like there are apologies happening, which is something that's rare within the Black community, but you know, a lot of us are growing into that. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so what could this movie possibly be about? And if we're going off of past Tyler Perry movies, you know how we have our extremely accomplished leading lady who has all the money in the world, all the accolades, but she cannot seem to find/keep a good man. And then of course there's an evil dark-skinned man who comes up and rightfully tells her that she deserves the world, but then his true colors start to slowly show until he absolutely blows his lid, and then she has to escape into the light-skinned arms of her savior. But I have not watched the trailer yet, so I want to give Tyler the open-mindedness that a new movie deserves. But before we get into the trailer, I just have a little bit of a mini rant that I want to go on. One thing that has always bothered me about society, and I feel like I can't talk about Kelly Rowland without talking about this phenomenon, let's say, is that I feel like I've always heard people say that, oh, Kelly Rowland was always the finest member of Destiny's Child. And while I understand your sentiment of Kelly Rowland is a very beautiful young lady, but she does not get the recognition that I feel like she deserves because she is not as popular and as famous as Beyonce is. Essentially what you're doing in this statement is pitting two people who are best friends against each other. One can be beautiful as well as the other one be beautiful. We don't have to make it a competition of who's the most beautiful. Just say that you think Kelly is attractive and let's go to the next sentence. Maybe it's just semantics, but what I hear and what you're saying and what I hope that you mean is not the words that are coming out. I just had to get that off my chest real quick. So now let's get into the trailer. First of all,
Mr. Malloy, this is Mia Harper. I'd like to meet with you to discuss your case. What the prosecution has is pretty damning. I know that you have an eye for details, so don't leave anything out.
I would just like to say that already I feel like she's talking very hard. Also, her name is Mia.
She was a goddess. One day I came back and she was gone.
So you believe this guy?
Sire, why did you do it?
Never seen anything like it.
You always go with your gut.
Okay, so we got Kelly Rowland as a lawyer who is representing, I would say struggling artists, because obviously if he can afford her, like he ain't struggling. But we have Kelly Rowland is this accomplished lawyer. We don't know her relationship status yet. I can already see the instances of colorism already coming through. We're 30 seconds in. I just, oh goodness.
And they're trying to ruin me.
You're repping Zaire Malloy.
You damn right.
First word. What do you see?
Longing.
Mia is longing.
Why are you meeting at his house? It's not a coffee shop. He couldn't have came to your office. Why are you going to this man's house? I'm definitely gonna watch this movie because now I want to know, like, why was she so enthusiastically like, heck yeah, I'm representing him? Why are you fighting so hard at the beginning of the case? I am confusion.
Mr. Malloy, I am your attorney. I am not your friend.
He liked to pull my hair and make me gag. He was sadistic.
I'm talking about.
What? What's happening? It's always that foreshadowing of like, no, I'm not going to do this. This isn't what's going to happen. And then it's immediately what happens. So we already know that, like, obviously Kelly Rowland's character is going to fall in love with Trevante because, like, she has eyes. They work.
I love to see pleasure on my woman's face, not pain.
What do you think?
If he's not lying, he is a psychopath.
Come in.
That does not seem appropriate.
You always do what's appropriate.
I would hope so. She's a lawyer. I really hope she always does what's appropriate. God dang it. What is that man's name? All I can remember him as he was, wasn't he one of somebody's boyfriends in Sister Sister? Like, I feel like he's always like somebody's boyfriend in some show where he's like the super like level-headed, like honestly like the greatest guy in the world, but they're not at a place in their life where they can appreciate how great of a guy he is, and so he ends up getting walked all over, and then he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this, and then as soon as he leaves they're like, oh my god, I lost the best person in the world. I feel like that has been his typecast my entire life, so I'm guessing he's just like maybe a friend of Mia's, maybe they work together, maybe he's her like law aide, but like he's gonna be the voice of reason that she doesn't listen to. I can, yeah.
Someone has been covering up evidence in this case.
Why would she record this?
I don't know, Mia.
DNA found in one of your paintings.
It's enough to bury you.
What is she wearing? wait, what was that? What is this? Why are we giving her so much shoulder pad? So much shoulder pad. Let's just keep watching because I have comments.
Paintings.
It's enough to bury your ass.
You can do it, don't you lose this.
You have no idea who he is. A snake is never violent when stalking their prey.
I feel like, did I not call this? Now, I'm not saying she finna go run into the man's of some light-skinned savior, but it's fully given the first part of what I said of like, they got all these accolades, but they can't find a man, and this evil dark-skinned man come in and be like, hey, yo, shawty, what's good? I'm just saying.
It's only when they get right into striking distance that they become very violent.
That was a whole lot.
One day I came back and she was gone.
So my thing is, he said he came back and she was gone. So he didn't say like she was dead. She's gone. So like we don't know the circumstances, because when I was watching it through the first time, I was like, oh, okay, like she's dead somewhere, and I'm assuming that that's what happened. If like there's this whole case about it, then I assumed that she washed up dead. But then like at the end of the trailer, there's like a recording of her like tied up. Like I have so many questions, and I feel like I'll only get more questions when I watch the movie. I'm gonna watch it regardless. So if y'all want to see a reaction to the actual movie itself, let me know and I can do that as well. I think my biggest question to all of this is who is actually doing the Mea Culpa. Like, I get that the play on word is that it's Mia's name, and that someone has to do some apologizing. What is Mia apologizing for other than acting unethically within her job view? Because you're not supposed to sleep with your clients. Like, that's not a thing you should be doing. So maybe that's an apology. Is Mr. Malloy? I don't remember his first name. Trevante. Is Trevante apologizing for being a psychopath, as old boy named him? Is the girl apologizing for maybe falsifying case details? Who is doing the Mea Culpa? And why is Tyler writing, producing, and directing? Are there also co-writers? Like, are there other people helping you, or is this all just like, no, here are my 13 credits by myself because I need no help? But yeah, so that is the trailer for Tyler Perry's Mea Culpa. It'll be out on Netflix on February the 23rd. And yeah, I'll see y'all there. Bye.